Hey, this is Jay D'Alessandro, team owner here at Debbie Doğrul Associates, and we are introducing Maxine Killian, brand new agent on the team. But you've been a real estate agent before, so tell us what that's been like and where you've been practicing real estate.
Yes, so I've been a real estate agent in Colorado. I started out in Boulder, Colorado, and then moved down to Colorado Springs. So I've been in real estate for about 5 years and just new in this area.
So what brought you over to the DC metro area?
My husband's military career. So, yeah.
That's a common relocation for a lot of folks in this area too. So tell us about your interesting accent.
So I was born and raised in Zimbabwe in southern Africa. We were colonized by the British. And I've been here, I think, 18 years now in the US. And to this day, I've never had someone say, "You're from Zimbabwe," right?
So it's a big guessing game that nobody ever guesses.
Guessing game.
That's great.
I mean, I've gone to South Africa before, which is really close.
So real estate here and real estate in Colorado, what's different, what's same?
Housing prices have gone through the roof, same in both states. What's different? I mean, I just feel like you guys have a lot of older homes. In Colorado, where I was in Colorado Springs, they're doing a lot of brand new homes. They're expanding out east. So we had a lot of brand new builds and things like that. But a lot of just similar things to experience, I would say. I haven't dived into it here yet, but I do anticipate a lot of it to be quite the same.
But you dove into a home purchase recently, right?
Yes.
What's that experience been like being, on that other side now?
Yeah. It's quite interesting being a buyer and not having to deal with the stress of the transaction, but also nerve-wracking at the same time. You don't know how everything's going behind the scenes, but you're trusting, and it's fun and it's exciting. I really wish I had used this team, but it was before I had known about this team. So
before we connected.
Hindsight's 2020.
So when you started your real estate career, what was the biggest thing that helped you succeed in that business? Because a lot of agents get out of the business after the first year, and definitely by third year, 80-some% of agents leave the business, and you've stayed in it. So what helped you succeed over there?
There's been a mix of things. I would say I was pretty heavy into my own advertising. So I have always been on my own. I started off on a team, like a brokerage team, like a bigger team, but always like as my own agent. So I would source my own leads and things like that. And I did Zillow leads. I paid out of pocket for Premier Agent.
Which is expensive,
it's
right?
So expensive.
Very expensive.
It's so expensive, especially starting out. Like you're paying so much into it, and you're just hoping that the sales just start paying off, and they did eventually, and it was great once it started going. But it's nerve-wracking at the beginning. And then the other part, which is also fantastic, is my husband, obviously. I've spoken to you about it, Jay, but I haven't. He's a professional athlete. He's a two-time world champion obstacle course racer. So through him, he had a lot of people were moving to Colorado for the elevation, for training and all that sort of purposes. So I had clients coming in from all over, especially during the initial stages of COVID. People found out that they didn't have to stay in LA to work or stay in New York City to work. They could go live in the mountains and have a beautiful mountain property or whatever. So it was great.
So let's kind of change gears on the personal side too. So having a family, doing this business, getting kids acclimated into school, going into summer? What's that been like?
They're great. They're really resilient kids. Like they've settled in wonderfully. So I have 2 kids, 8 and 6, and they've made wonderful friends, So, and they're in summer camp now, and they're doing great. Sorry.
Oh, that's great. Well, I know you were saying that, right now they're off to swim meet, so you're going to catch up with them and do those things as well, too. So, Maxine, thanks for sharing all that information and just getting to know you and having you on our team just to start out. And I think it'll be interesting for your transition from being a solo agent on your own, now kind of folding into a team and seeing what you can do in this platform, in this team environment.
Oh, yes. I'm really excited. I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm really interested to see how it all turns out.
Awesome. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.